Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Can I Get Some Sports? With that, I am your host, Neil. As always, I got my main man, Philly Phil, with me. Phil, say what's up to the people.
What's good, y'all? It's good to be back.
I got my other main man, Mr. Mike. Mike, say what's up to the people.
What's happening, everybody? We bringing some good ones for y'all tonight, man. Let's get it popping.
I got Mr. Marcus with us today. Marcus, say what's up to the people.
What's up, people? Y'all know what it is. We on this tonight.
And last but not least, as always, I got Chris with me. Chris, say what's up to the people.
What up? What up? Chi-Town definitely in the big.
All right, y'all. So it's been some real interesting stuff to go on in the NFL in these past 2 days. We had some people come out and make some outrageous statements. We got people liking tweets about their contract situations, and we got quarterbacks getting paid like backups. But either way, it's been a wild time in this NFL. So, as we all heard earlier today, this man, Jimmy G, has restructured his contract and is now the backup to Trey Lance. So no team wanted to trade for him coming off of these last 3 seasons where he's made a Super Bowl and been to the NFC Conference Championship game twice, 2 and 3 years.
Real quick, I think it's like 8 or 10 mil, and it could be up to 16 mil with incentives.
So it's 10 mil.
So yeah, 10 right, mil, so and it could be up to 16 with incentives.
Yeah. Right.
He ain't gonna make them incentives though.
But that's what I want to know. Do y'all know what the incentives is?
No. I haven't been able to find nothing about the incentives. But the crazy thing is that he could possibly make those incentives because if Trey Lance comes out and absolutely stinks for like the first 3 to 5 games of the season, they could easily be putting Jimmy G right back in that spot. So, with that being said, also not to mention really quick, he has a no trade clause in his contract. It means they cannot trade him. So he is stuck with the 49ers for this season, which is what he wanted. So with that being said, will Jimmy G start at some point this season over Trey Lance? Let's go ahead and start with you, Mike.
That's what we want to know. Is he gonna start? The man just got paid and did a whole restructured contract to be a backup. And you want to know if he's gonna start? No, he not starting. I don't care how bad Trey Lance play. He not starting. That's the whole point. They is moving on. Everybody know they moving on. He not starting. The only way that man's starting is if Trey come out there and get hurt. It's the only way. If Trey don't get hurt, he not starting. And supposedly, ain't nobody want him enough to make no major deal for him. So he like, I'm gonna take what's best for me. You feel me? I'm cool here. You feel me? Ain't no reason for me to leave yet. So he restructured his deal, got his money. He gonna sit there and get healthy. You know what I'm saying? Come back next year. That's all it is to it. But I do think he kind of wild for restructuring that deal, though. I ain't gonna lie. They'd have had to pay me. Yeah, y'all already being disrespectful. I didn't put in my word. His record nice. You with them? His record nice. So the numbers.
I believe it's 33-14 as a starter.
Yeah, I forget the exact numbers, but it's something like that. But it's nice. So hey, you had to pay me and playoffs too, and almost went to what? And he went to the bowl too. Y'all had to pay me, man. Hey. But I feel him though. I feel him. You know what I'm saying? Show some love, and maybe somebody show some love to you.
Okay. I feel that. I honestly think that at some point Jimmy G will start. If the Niners within like the first 10 games are like, let's say they about 5-7. No, I'm sorry. Let's say they're about 3-7 within the first. Numbers. Let's say they're about 3-7 within the first 10 games. I could see Jimmy G coming in and getting some run because at that point they may or may not consider the season lost. They 3-7 through 10 games. That you gotta think about. That's a lot to play catch up with, especially in the NFC when you got teams like the Eagles, the Buccaneers, uh, them damn Dallas Cowboys. Uh,
Don't mention them.
I was
hey,
going to
hey,
say
hey,
the
hey. Everybody knows. Everybody knows for whatever
You know
reason.
what's crazy? You wanna know what's crazy? You mentioned that they 3-7. Didn't they do something like that last year? Made the playoffs. Like
No,
went on
no,
a little crazy run at the end.
no. They were about 500 throughout the first 10 games, and then started losing because they had some injuries.
But then they came back and made the playoffs. So like they weren't in the playoffs like within the last quarter of the season.
But who was the quarterback that was able to get them that though? Jimmy G. So my point is, if they struggling with Trey Lance like that, y'all don't think that they will have Jimmy G try to come in and pull off something crazy like he did last year, knowing that he already knows the team, the system, and has been the veteran there. Y'all think they just gonna ride it out with Trey Lance regardless?
Last year they wasn't committed to Trey Lance yet. You see what I'm saying? They had him, but they wasn't fully committed to him. Now they committed, bro. They win or lose, they committed. You see what I'm saying? So they gonna take the chips where they fall with this man. I'm telling you.
That could be very well true. Well, I was gonna go to you next anyway, Phil. So Phil, what do you think if Trey Lance just comes out and just absolutely lays an egg? Is it time to bring in Jimmy G or no? Will they still ride it out with Trey?
The answer is no. You didn't bench Jimmy G just to bring him back. Like you don't do that to young
Exactly.
quarterbacks. Like first of all, and the thing about Jimmy G, well, first of
Unless
all,
it's Tua. Tua the only one we do that to.
they
they weren't even supposed to do it to Tua in all honesty.
they wasn't even supposed to do it to Tua. That was so wrong.
Yeah, that was bad, but and that's exactly why you don't do it to Trey Lance in this situation. Plus, y'all talking like this 49er team isn't great in spite of Jimmy G. All right, let's be real. I'm not saying bro, he's definitely good, but it's look at that team and look at who's calling the plays. I believe they'll figure out a way with Trey Lance there, just like they figured out a way with Jimmy G. I and
That's facts, Bill, because nobody thought Jimmy G was gonna go there and do what he did. So I think they'll definitely find a way too.
Yes, they did.
Yes,
They
they did.
did.
It was a lot of people
Yes,
who
they
thought
did,
Jimmy
because they
G was
was
gonna
talking
go to
about
San
him
Francisco and succeed because all they kept talking about was how Bill
get rid of
Belichick
Brady for
didn't want to keep
Garoppolo.
Tom Brady because he had Jimmy Garoppolo as his backup until Robert Kraft stepped in and was like, "No,
Exactly.
we riding with Thomas B and we going to go get another bowl."
Because that was the big talk.
Only Patriot fans thought that.
No, it
No,
was a lot of the NFL that thought that too.
and I can't stand the Patriots, but that was what the topic was. Hey, get rid of Tom Brady, keep Garoppolo. They think
Yeah, that was
Garoppolo's the
then.
better
well,
That was
quarterback.
then.
time
And when he
has
was going to
uh,
San Francisco,
they
they
were
figured he
wrong.
was going to do the same thing.
Time has shown us that they were wrong about that.
He
Of
definitely
course.
did. He
Of
definitely
course.
did. Because he went on to win bowl number 6 while Jimmy G was sitting at home with a torn ACL.
Hey, he had him a porn star too.
We're gonna we gonna leave porn star Jimmy alone, all right? We only talking about Jimmy Garoppolo, not porn star Jimmy.
Uh, but yeah, to finish up though, like I was saying, Trey Lance is supposed to be an upgrade anyway to Jimmy Garoppolo. So regardless, like you're not gonna take the upgrade and then downgrade again. Like that's not what you do, especially not in the NFL. Especially when you want to win. But plus he's young. Like I personally feel like that's not going to happen. Them being 3-7, it's very possible, but I don't think that's not going to happen. Also, for the sake of my fantasy team, because I got money on the line, definitely need Trey Lance to be out there balling the whole season.
I think I
You
think
low key needed that last season too, though.
I I think I think in one of my fantasy leagues, I got Elijah Mitchell, so that's really the only 49ers player I'm counting on.
I'm afraid that boy don't get hurt again.
But you, hey,
That's always his downfall. That's always his downfall.
But anyway, Marcus, let's get your thoughts on the whole Jimmy G situation. Do you think if Trey Lance just absolutely dog water, do you think they will start Jimmy G, or will they ride it out with Trey Lance?
And he got dog water? Dang.
I'm gonna ask y'all this question, fellas. Have you ever been at a job and you were so good at it, and then a new guy came in, and the boss said, "Hey, train that guy," and when you train him, he ended up taking your spot?
Nope.
I'm sorry, that happened to me.
That's
So I know how Jimmy G feels. You trained the new guy for your position, and that happens in corporate all the time. So, I mean, Garoppolo got some decent numbers. I mean, 65 touchdowns out of 38 interceptions in his whole career, but he's 31-14. So I take 31 wins over 14 losses any day. You still over 500, but now you got putting the bank on this new kid, which Trey Lance might be good, but Jimmy G, he got to feel like shit because he got to sit there all season and watch someone play his position, and nobody else wanted him. So that also got to hurt. That has to be a big hit as well.
Let me ask you, Marcus, why should he feel like shit coming off an injury like that when he could take this time to heal and get himself back right?
Because he took the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl within 2 of the last 3 years.
He's not hurt to the point where he can't play. He can still play. That's why he was still shopping himself. He was expecting to play this year.
This year, yeah, but he still had a whole surgery and everything. So why rush it in when you could get hurt again?
Alex Smith had a whole surgery and still played.
Alex Smith took 2 years off.
Joey B took a injury and had surgery and got right back in. Tom Brady had a surgery, came right back in.
Again,
I mean, I can keep going.
Joey B had a whole year off.
To do with the time of injury too, though.
Exactly. His injury happened at the end of the season. He just had surgery a couple months ago.
And he still came back the next season.
But it wasn't his
season happened yet.
Other injuries though.
He got injured at the middle end of the season and came back the next year.
Bro, he just had surgery.
Yes, he okay. So he can't go out there and still play?
The season haven't started yet. He just had surgery.
So I guess Godwin's not playing then because he had surgery too
on his knee.
What'd you say, Phil?
Godwin isn't playing.
Right. I'm about to say Godwin not
playing. They expect him to play week 1. What are you talking about?
No.
He's not playing week 1.
Back. Yeah, no. God will not come back till at least like week 4 or 5.
But that's not what sources are saying. Sources are saying that they got him coming back week 1.
Man, when you read some sources that's selling you dreams, brother, because he not coming back week 1.
Well, we're going to have to talk to ESPN and NFL.com because they got their sources wrong.
Real quick, Mark, out that 31-14 record you was talking about, that does not tell the whole story about Jimmy G because we know that, number one, like I've been saying, these 49ers teams have been pretty good and pretty stacked, and they do have a pretty good coach. Like
they have a damn good coach.
So
right. But like I said, like that 31-14 record that you're talking about, like that's because of the team around him, more or less him.
I actually agree with you on that because that brings me back to my point that I said about Kaepernick and how San Francisco offense is built around you can have anybody back there. If y'all remember, I said, shit, you could put me back there and I have an MVP.
But Kaepernick brought a different element to the team that Alex Smith didn't bring. That's the RPO?
But he also
Yes.
wasn't there.
Yes.
But
Yes.
Nobody could catch him once he took off. Alex Smith
The
didn't have that.
RPO wasn't even big like that when Kaepernick was doing it. It's big now. It wasn't big like
I'm
that
about
then.
to say, and Kaepernick didn't really get the chance to experience Kyle Shanahan because he had Jim Harbaugh, and then pretty much after that they put him on the bench for every other type of quarterback.
But their offense was still built around any quarterback back there because they still had the same success.
Yeah, through Jim Harbaugh, you got to think about it. During that time, Kyle Shanahan was the OC in Washington. He was under Jay Gruden.
Only thing you can actually tell that's different from those 49ers to Kyle Shanahan's 49ers is the run game. Other than that, it's the same dynamics with the defense and the offensive schemes. It's just Shanahan takes more angles, and that's why you have receivers running in the backfield.
The offense is different than it was back then. They didn't have these type of pass catches where Kaepernick was playing.
They did not have no Debo Samuel or no George Kittle.
You talking
like
about they didn't have those type of players, but it was the same type of scheme.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
It really wasn't. It really wasn't. Jim Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh's scheme was completely different.
Run. That's not how that 49ers team was built back then. When they was passing it, they was throwing it to guys like Anquan Bolden, possession receivers, Michael Crabtree, possession receivers. Like they try to.
Debo started off as a possession receiver, but now they use him more because they realize, hey, he can do anything. This nigga is a fucking military knife.
And system, he puts the ball in his best player's hands somehow, some way. It doesn't necessarily have to be throwing the ball to him.
So his best player's hands. So every running back that the 49ers had, all of them just great.
No.
I mean, because every time you put a new back there, they running 100 yards, no matter who back there.
When I say put the ball in his best player's hands, I was talking about guys like Debo Samuel,
and Kittle.
And Kittle, exactly.
I was talking about guys like that.
They only got two true receivers, and that's Kittle and Debo.
And Brandon Ayuk.
I don't really count Ayuk.
He's pretty good.
He's iffy.
Brandon Ayuk gonna have a breakout year this year. I'm telling you.
I've been waiting for him to have a breakout year for 3 years now.
He's just a third option on a very heavy pass. Well, not a heavy pass attack, but a very good passing attack. All right, let's not act like George Kittle not one of the best tight ends in football.
Oh, and of course he is.
He was in football.
Yes, Debo Samuel's actually changed the game like Steph Curry changed the game. Now they go have a bunch of wide receivers running in the backfield for different teams.
You know what?
No, they not because Debo don't even like doing that.
Right.
Exactly.
And Debo is really one of a kind. You gotta think about it. It's gonna be hard to find the next Debo. You're gonna be trying to do that with your wide receiver. You're gonna get them popped and hurt them a lot.
I'm telling you, just like everybody was like, Steph Curry's gonna change the game. Now everybody gonna keep shooting threes. Now everybody they mama want to shoot threes.
Something like that, Marcus, is Cooper Kupp, and that's just so they can get the ball in his hands at all costs. And they really don't even run the ball with him. They just do like
you can do that with Tyreek too. Niggas do that with Tyreek Hill.
Oh, yeah, they did that with Tyreek.
They did do that with Tyreek, but I didn't mention Tyreek because he in a new system, and I don't know if they're gonna be doing that with Tua in there.
You know what? They might because their head coach was just the OC over there in San Fran, which is Mike.
Yeah, but they got different players over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Having him and Waddle on two different sides of the ball gonna open something up like crazy. And then I think they still got
that ball going to Gesicki all day.
Mike Gesicki.
Gesicki's the new Gronk.
Yeah, because he gonna get all one-on-one. He gonna get all one-on-one.
About though, because like Kyle Shanahan's system is kind of based off of speed. A bunch of fast guys. They got a bunch of fast guys over there in Miami, and I can see a lot of similarities in the system that they're on.
Miami got a dangerous backfield.
I just don't think they're gonna run them passes out the backfield to
No. But anyway, the last person we need to get to for this is Chris. Chris, what do you think if if Trey Lance completely lays an egg, will the 49ers start Jimmy G at some point this season?
No, only way Jimmy G is starting is unfortunately an injury to Trey Lance. That's the only way he's gonna come in. Like everybody said, they moving forward. And like Phil said, you don't start your young quarterback and then try to bring your veteran back. You just don't do that. You don't ruin his confidence like that. And if you're moving forward, that's the way. And like Phil and Mark was saying, like that San Francisco system kind of made Jimmy Garoppolo appear better than he actually was, because if he was actually that dude or that type of quarterback with all the accolades he has, I feel like somebody would have picked him up. The fact that nobody wanted to sign him lets me know that he wasn't skilled enough. He couldn't read a defense.
He was hurt.
And you know
I'm
what I'm
about to
saying?
say he was hurt. Jimmy G can actually read a
You're not about
defense.
to pick up a hurt quarterback.
Even if he wasn't hurt, I don't know if
you don't pick up a hurt quarterback, but you pick up a garbage quarterback.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
He gonna start for a team this year. It just won't be the 49ers.
But that's the point, though. The
But
only
he got
way
a
he
no
can start
trade
for a
clause,
team
so he
is
don't be on
I'm about to say
49ers.
he got a no trade clause, so that means
Can't go nowhere.
somebody would have to get desperate, and then they would have to agree. He would have to agree to be traded there, depending on what team is asking to trade for him if they get desperate because their quarterback gets hurt. So that literally means wherever Jimmy G low key holds the power because he has the no trade clause. The team can't waive that. Only he can waive his no trade clause. So unless he chooses to do that, he's pretty much stuck in San Francisco unless they cut him.
Why I said he not going nowhere. He finna take this year, get himself healthy, and get back right, and then he gonna get him a contract next year. Cause somebody gonna pick him up next year.
You keep believing that.
Did somebody gonna pick him up?
Ain't nobody gonna pick him up.
Somebody gonna pick him up.
Okay, bro. If quarterbacks like Sam Darnold still getting picked up out here, he gonna get picked up.
People like Baker Mayfield getting picked up still. Come on.
Baker Mayfield is not a trash quarterback, really.
And they're actually
neither is Jimmy Garoppolo.
Out of a 1 to 10, he's a 6.
Bro, I'm gonna bring it to you straight, bro. There ain't no quarterback you finna name that's been to a Super Bowl. So other than him, you know what I'm saying? So and if you want
going to the Super Bowl don't mean nothing.
It don't mean nothing. He playing in a system.
That don't mean nothing.
He playing in a system that's making him better than what
Cam Newton went to the Super Bowl. Nobody really want to pick him up.
No, people
do. With Belichick.
Cam Newton old, bro. That's not the same thing.
Stop it.
Cam Newton definitely was old in 2020. Like the time for Cam Newton had kind of passed. I mean, you seen what happened. You seen what happened when Carolina picked him back up last year.
He old age, but Cam old age wise and body wise. Jimmy Garoppolo ain't took half the assault that Cam have. Cam old age and body wise.
You got to think about it. When the Panthers had picked Cam back up last year, they won one game. He screamed down back, and then they went on to lose the rest of them.
Remember, Jimmy G was a backup for years, bro. His body in better shape than what Cam is by far in terms of what he had to go through.
And you got to think about that. He was drafted after Cam Newton too. Like he was drafted some years after Cam Newton.
Excuse me, after seeing Peyton Manning and Drew Brees and Tom Brady, last so long, especially with all the hits they taken,
Take no hits.
None of them
he is not that old. Huh?
None of them took a lot of hits. They just only had big major hits. When they would get hit, they would get hit, but they wasn't taking hits like that. Them three quarterbacks always had very good offensive lines.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Peyton got hit. He did get hit a lot.
When he was young, that was it. First couple years.
And he wasn't mobile. You know what I'm saying? He was the least mobile out of all of them. But you talking years, that's more than one. That's more than one year getting hit.
Though. That's like 2 years out of 20. No,
Right. I'm literally talking like 2 to 3 years max.
That man Cam Newton was putting his body on the line the minute he got in the league, bro. He was getting
10 straight years. Leading the league in QB hits and whatnot.
He didn't put his body on the line on that Super Bowl. But I digress. We can move forward.
Like I said, you ain't gonna find nobody with Jimmy G credentials, so he gonna get picked up regardless.
As a third string quarterback.
He's not like
right.
that. He's not like that. It's the system.
Bro, he don't have like that.
Jimmy G will get picked up by somebody next year. I'm telling you that.
What, by the Seahawks? Okay.
Maybe.
And you know what?
And that'd be nice.
And you know what?
Bro,
watch him get over the ball.
He still ain't gonna start.
I gotta realize, like, a team picked up the number 1 and number 2 pick in the same draft. Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield. They picked both of them up.
And Jimmy G got better records than both of them, and more playoff
Smith is a starting quarterback right now.
And you think Jimmy G can't start?
If Geno Smith used to be one of my favorites when he was a rookie and whatnot.
Hey,
so
if
Geno Smith can come in and still get a starting spot back, somebody gonna pick Jimmy up, bro. It's gonna happen.
Jimmy ain't.
It's gonna happen.
He ain't.
It's gonna happen. But speaking of teams that have picked up quarterbacks, former Cleveland Brown, now starting quarterback for the Carolina Panther, Baker Mayfield, says that when he plays Cleveland week 1, he is going to, and I quote, fuck them up. So with that being said, what do y'all think Baker Mayfield's number week 1 and then the rest of the season will look like? I'm going to go ahead and start with Phil on this one. What do you think? What do you think about Baker Mayfield comments, and what do you think he's going to do week 1 versus the Cleveland Browns?
First of all, I can't believe the Panthers really picked him up like that. I just think that is crazy.
I can't.
Really hilarious. No, it's not that. It's just that, Sam Darnold was so bad, they really had to go and get Baker.
Yeah.
Well, Baker Mayfield really ain't that bad though. He's a middle of the pack quarterback, and he played hurt last year.
He's not saying that as an indictment on Baker. That's what he said. He said Sam Darnold was that bad that they had to go get somebody else.
Oh yeah. I
think they didn't protect Sam. Sam was playing all right until he started getting blasted. When he started getting blasted, it was over.
Sam had a good 5 games and called it quits.
You got to think about it. Right around game 5 was when he started taking all the hits.
Right, he started getting blasted, bro. They started giving him the little protection they was giving him. When he had some time, he was doing his thing.
That boy was dang there running into sacks. But anyway, here is my indictment on Baker Mayfield, because week 1, he gonna throw for about 300-400 yards. He gonna get about 3, maybe 4 touchdowns. He gonna be celebrating and stomping on the field, doing his Baker thing. And after that, average quarterback at best. Could actually be worse. Baker Mayfield ain't the guy that he's not worthy of a number 1 pick. He may be one of the worst number 1 picks ever. But he's still young. He still got a chance to change that story. And hopefully he does. Because, Baker is a fiery competitor. I think he's always game. It's just that his ability-wise, he has a ceiling. And I think he reached that ceiling when he literally had everything great around him. And now maybe it's better for Baker in terms of his play, because he probably can do better with less. But like I said, it's only they can only go so far with Baker Mayfield. I give him a puncher's chance to make the playoffs, but barely.
Okay. Baker Mayfield probably is gonna come out and go off crazy during week 1, put up some crazy numbers, because it's the Baker Mayfield revenge game. But then after that, he'll probably be about a middle of the pack quarterback. He'll probably do what he usually does. Like I said in a video, I think a few weeks ago, he is just going, he gonna do what he usually does, put up about 28 to maybe 32 touchdowns, you feel me, and about 12 to 15 interceptions. He's gonna have about a 2-to-1 interception ratio like he usually does, they're gonna be about a middle of the pack team that maybe sneaks into the wild card this year. But other than that, we all don't expect too much from Baker Mayfield, not one bit. But Chris, let me go ahead and get your thoughts about Baker Mayfield, his comments in Week 1, and what he will do versus the Browns.
Well, I just hope Baker Mayfield ain't wrote a check his ass can't cash, because it's supposed to be the Baker Mayfield game in his time to get his revenge on the Cleveland Browns, the team that let him go. That team also still has a nice pass rush and a great pass rusher that feels like he gonna get in Baker's ass that first game of the season. So I hope Baker ain't wrote a check his ass can't cash. Now I expect if Baker
pass rush in practice all the time,
but I'm gonna expect, if he's gonna have a good game, the only good game will be against Cleveland. That might be the only time he might throw 4-5 touchdowns in the season. Other than that, I don't see him doing much. I'm just like the rest of the panel. I see him. I'm with Phil. Give him a puncher's chance of making the playoffs, because you can't depend on his backfield. Christian McCaffrey stay hurt. He stay hurt. The receivers, they are right. I mean, they got a puncher's chance, man. That's where I'm gonna leave it. They got a puncher's chance.
I think the best thing going for them really is that defense, though. They really got some talent on defense, and they got some monsters on that front line. Like Brian Burns, I think he's one of the better defensive tackles. Does he play defensive tackle or right end?
Burns play in the middle. He play in the middle. He play tackle.
Yeah. I was right. So I think he's one of the better defensive tackles in the league, and I think that's gonna counteract a lot of the problems that this offense might have really in the season, except for maybe Week 1, because there are some teams for whatever reason they just come out on fire Week 1 and then they sizzle out literally right after the first game of the season. So that could be the Panthers, or they could very well stay afloat. But let me go ahead and get your thoughts on this, Marcus. What do you think about Baker Mayfield's comments in Week 1 versus the Browns?
He has to write. It's like you tell your kid, go back out there and whoop that bully's ass. He's going to go out there and whoop their ass. Like you said, Phil, what'd you say, 400 yards?
300 to 400 yards, 3-4 tubs.
3-4 touchdowns. And out of those 4 touchdowns, he's running for 2. Because he go spike the ball and do his run around the stadium like he always do. And he going to be under the Ricky Bobby Act. He go shake and bake. And you said the offense is decent. You got good receivers and more. Robbie Anderson. If McCaffrey stay hurt, which everybody agree on, if McCaffrey stays hurt, this team is better than what it is on paper.
So
healthy. Yeah, if he stay hurt.
I mean, if he stay healthy, my bad. See, when I say McCaffrey, all I think is injury now. So
that's all everybody thinks when it comes to McCaffrey is just injury.
You did this to me, McCaffrey. I pick you every year in fantasy. You do this to me. This is what happens. This is the results of it. But yeah, I think Baker Mayfield's gonna have 2 straight good games. 2 straight good games, not just the first one. After that, it's going to be down here. He's going to be an average quarterback that's going to make it to the playoffs, win 1 game in the playoffs, and call it quits.
He's going to win
a game in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's generous.
Because he's going to run into my Eagles, and my Eagles go trash him.
A game in the playoffs.
So wait. What, real quick, what are you projecting about the Eagles? Are you saying they get in the first round bye, or are they in the wild card?
Oh, he's saying that.
The Eagles is getting the first round bye. What are you talking about?
The Eagles
I tell you,
why is this even a conversation? This is already known.
down with
It
it.
ain't gonna be the Bears.
He went there with it.
We could get some Bear tickets to come to the Eagles game.
You want to put?
Hey, can we wait so we get to that topic? Because I'm intrigued now.
Oh, you know what? We
Baker Mayfield 2 games.
We gonna say
Playoffs, 1 win, lose to the Eagles. Yeah, I said it here first, people.
Happened already. He saw his
we gonna say that. We gonna say that for a later segment. Let's go ahead and get the last person's thoughts on this. Mike,
don't get sick by the truth.
Mike, what do you think about Baker Mayfield's comments and his performance that he may or may not have week 1?
Quite frankly, I think y'all being a bit disrespectful. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm not.
You say you gonna look like Justin Fields?
I'm not a Baker fan. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna knock the guy either. You feel me? And quite frankly, I feel like y'all being a bit disrespectful. I mean,
I didn't knock him.
He ain't been. Y'all acting like he done been one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL over his team. And to be quite honest, the only time I seen him play bad is when he was hurt and he was still out there playing. So I really don't know where y'all kind of get in there. Honestly, I think the Panthers got a major upgrade with him as opposed to Sam Darnold, which is good.
Definitely.
I think Christian McCaffrey.
I agree.
I think Christian McCaffrey is going to be healthy for the most part this year.
Until week 5 or 4.
Nah. I think he's gonna be healthy for the most part.
Bro, after week 4 is all downhill.
I think he's gonna prove a lot of y'all wrong who out here saying he gonna be hurt by week 4 and stuff. I mean, it's possible, but I don't think. I mean, he's still young, bro. I think you know what I'm saying. I think he'll be all right, and I think he's learning what to do and what not to do. So you know what I'm saying. I think he's gonna prove a lot of y'all wrong in terms of his health for this year. So, and with that being said, that plays a part in why I think y'all is being a bit disrespectful, and I think they're gonna play well. I think the combination of him and Baker is gonna be good. I think Baker is gonna thrive because he got much of the same weapons that he had in Cleveland without the Odell drama. So he got much of the same weapons. He got the running backs. They got the receivers ain't no slouches. DJ Moore is nice over there. And the rest of those dudes. So you know what I'm saying? He got some pieces to play.
The rest of them dudes.
So I think he gonna come out and ball out in that first game, like he said, some price numbers around 300-400, like y'all was saying. And I think this might be one of his best seasons. I don't know if it's gonna be his best season, but I think it might be one of his best seasons. And I think
them boys better eat their spinach. That's all I'm gonna say. They better eat their spinach.
I think they're gonna have a solid year, honestly. I think, and mainly part of that is because they've been down for the last few years, and they didn't have a lot of injuries. I mean, it's not gonna keep happening. They gonna get it together eventually. So I think this might be a good time for that.
I just hope he don't look like Justin Fields in game 1.
I will say this though, Mike. I was being disrespectful to the Panthers because I do believe Christian McCaffrey is going to be healthy this year. Like, he been hurt the last 2 years. I think his leg's going to be kind of fresh, and I think he's going to be a big reason why the Panthers have success. But how I feel about the same.
You said what?
How I feel about Mayfield is the same. He's average at best.
At best, he's average? No.
At best.
At best, he's above average.
No, like I said, I give him a 6 out of 10.
He's above average. You don't take the Browns, who never went to the playoffs and win a playoff game, being average at best.
So what do you rate him?
Let's not forget what he did do while he was in Cleveland.
Mike, what do you rate him on a scale of 10?
Let's not forget how irrelevant.
Let's
not forget how irrelevant Cleveland been with or without good teams for years.
How do you rate him?
The running backs, they had Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. Let's not forget Odell.
They ran to that playoff game.
Let's not forget who they were playing. The Pittsburgh Steelers with a broken down quarterback and no offense.
You could try to pull up all these outliers all you want to, but the fact remains that he still did it, and ain't nobody else did it in years in Cleveland. So you know what I'm saying?
More of a detriment to Cleveland though. Like, Cleveland, the Browns just suck.
Mike,
Nah.
what do you rate Baker Mayfield from a scale of 10?
At his best?
Just in general.
I mean, it depends on what you get from him. You know what I'm saying? Healthy. You know what I'm saying? I give him a solid 8. He is solid 8.
Wow.
At his best, I give it to him. You know what I'm saying? But
You know what? I put Baker
He's
on
about
Kirk.
5 or 6.
He a Kirk Cousins level type
out
of
of
quarterback.
10, you give him a 5 or a 6.
5 or 6.
Kirk
Nah,
Cousins.
nah,
Kirk
Chris.
Cousins better.
That's a little too disrespectful. Like
y'all,
you.
Kirk Cousins
y'all
not a
being mad.
Kirk Cousins
disrespectful.
is a really great quarterback. He just can't finish.
he's not a bad quarterback. Like, I don't know what y'all saying.
He has great numbers. He just can't close the deal.
And
He can't
Baker
sell a
don't.
deal.
And Baker don't.
That's why I said he's on Kirk
Actually,
Cousins.
Baker really don't. He has under a 500 record.
Way better, yeah.
No, he don't.
He's
But
not a
you
500. He's not a 500 quarterback.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
What's his career numbers, Marcus? Let me see it.
All right.
Remember
I have
how
to pull it back up. I just had it.
all
You
straight
can't.
went down.
You can't say stuff like that without pulling that out.
No, he was like, I had it out. My computer just went down. It's 60. Let me look it up.
It said so. From what I'm seeing, it says Baker Mayfield has a 30-30 record in his career. His exact win percentage is 500 through 60 games.
Exactly. 500 quarterback.
One loss. He had one more loss over his win. He was 39-38.
Phil,
38-39. He's 38-39.
He's 38-39.
Phil, I give you the average, but not average at best. At best, he's above average. Like, come on now.
Like I said, he Kirk Cousins level.
People consider Kirk Cousins to be, lately I've been hearing a lot of people consider him to be elite, which is kind of wild.
Who said that?
I mean,
based on the numbers,
the numbers back it up.
If you look at the numbers,
bring them to me.
Bro. If you look at the numbers, his numbers are on par for elite quarterback
which
status.
Is why y'all can't be so disrespectful to Baker.
Nah.
Bring that person who said Kirk Cousins is an elite quarterback. Bring them to me, please. I need to talk to
Kirk Cousins just got numbers. He got numbers. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
His numbers are better than Baker's. He is better than Baker's.
Okay, it updated. You're right. He's a Jameis Winston. He's an ESPN 30 for 30 candidate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so
that's playing seasons with injuries and whatnot. So
nobody told him to play hurt.
Kirk Cousins still got his numbers still not better than Cousins.
I mean, but that's because Kirk Cousins been in the league longer though.
Kirk Cousins had better numbers than him last year.
Thank you, Phil.
Baker Mayfield played hurt.
Last year too, the last 3 years.
But that's why at least mainly Minnesota Vikings fans, even though this is a side piece, Minnesota Vikings fans are pretty much trying to say Kirk Cousins is elite because the numbers he put up every year,
the numbers be crazy.
They look like elite quarterback numbers with the numbers he puts up. He put up like 4,000 plus yards with like 30 plus touchdowns and barely just hit double digit. Right, bro, like 6 interceptions, like 38
you know the numbers don't lie, so you gotta look at some a little deeper, man. Look at how many games they lost. That was one possession games last year.
He just can't finich.
But is that a reflection on them or the defense though? Because they couldn't get a stop because they was putting up points.
So, because I see what you're saying. Because it ain't like you have to throw interceptions on the last play.
It could definitely be both. Like he ain't got to throw interceptions to end the game on offense. He could just not get a first down. Like it could be any of that. I have to look at the tape to give you a definitive answer, though.
Even if you look at the tapes, you're gonna be like, "Wow, he just looks so average." How is he doing
I
this?
don't think Kirk Cousins is a bad quarterback though. I just think he's average. Like
it's like looking at
he can't get to that. He can't get to that tier of quarterback like let me think. Somebody like maybe a Justin Herbert or he can't even get to Derek Carr level. I think Derek Carr's a very good quarterback.
I think
Derek
Derek Carr
Carr's
is
an
on the same
MVP
level as
caliber
Cousins.
quarterback, though.
No, I think Derek Carr is a better quarterback than Kirk Cousins.
I don't think so.
Derek Carr is an MVP caliber quarterback. Let's not forget, what was that? I think it was 2015 or 2016 when he put up an MVP season till he got hurt at the end of the season. They lost in the playoffs. Derek Carr was balling that year.
They had won like 11, 12 games by that time too when he got hurt.
Him and Amari Cooper was balling that year. You gotta think like that's Derek Carr is part of the reason why a lot of people, myself included, looked at Amari Cooper like he was really, one of those guys when really he's just, he's a special guy with some hands, but he's not necessarily one of those guys.
He's a fraud.
He's a phony. a big fat. but while we are talking about the NFL and quarterbacks, let's go ahead and rehash out our MVP picks. Who has taken home the MVP trophy this year? I'm gonna go ahead and start with you, Chris. Who do you got winning MVP this year? Because it pretty much the best QB has just become the front runner for MVP. They don't even talk about other positions no more. I think Jonathan Taylor was the last running back to get some shine for MVP. Even Derrick Henry didn't get too much love for MVP when he put up 2,000 plus yards and was carrying the Tennessee Titans all around the field.
I want to say if a quarterback don't win it, I want to say that freak of nature, Derrick Henry, because like he's just a freak of fucking nature. He does the way he just throw people 18 yards on the stiff arm. The way that it takes like damn near an entire team to bring him down. And when he get going, it's like he can totally change a fucking game. Like I watched that team be down like 2-3 scores and that dude just get one big run. Just one big run and it changed the whole complexion of a game. So that would be my pick for MVP, but we all know it's probably going to go to a quarterback, but if it don't go to a quarterback, I'm taking my man, Derrick Henry. Final answer.
Okay. It's respectable because he could come out and do something outrageous and potentially, steal it away. But
just think about it. He was on a record-setting pace last year before he got hurt. The man already had 1,500 through like 4-5 games, 1,500 yards.
You're right. And then he got hurt, and everybody saw how much Jonathan Taylor was just that dude when Derrick Henry went down. Because Jonathan Taylor is really he's that dude in the backfield. Like
he ain't been that dude. I was telling you that before he even got drafted. Stop playing. You know that.
I knew Jonathan Taylor was one of them dudes. Okay, I was watching him in college. Everybody saw he was like the best running back in college football for that 2-year span.
But since we talking backs though, and if we gonna go there, okay, if Saquon stay healthy, who was a better back? Who would you take, him or Derrick Henry? If healthy Saquon,
Derrick Henry.
You know what? You know what? I'll probably have to go a healthy Saquon just because of what he can give me in the pass game and his shiftiness and elusiveness, especially just because of the type of teams I would think about putting together really quickly. If we just talking about this, I'll probably have to go healthy Saquon. You can give me a healthy Saquon because healthy Saquon his rookie year put up 2K plus yards and a bunch of receiving. So you have to give me a healthy Saquon.
I have to see him get back to that.
But if we talking if we talking MVP though, because I know that was the original question. I've said it once before, and I say it again, and I know this might seem like a front runner or a front running pick, but I've been saying this since last year, since they lost in the playoffs, that Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills are going to be the number 1 seed in the AFC, and he's going to take home MVP this year. If you want to ask
Josh Allen,
if you want to ask me, the person I got potentially making some noise for MVP, even though I don't think he'll be considered top 5, but you got to think with the way the Eagles are building this team, Jalen Hurts could potentially have a standout year on the ground and through the air, and potentially be up to at least top 10 in MVP votes.
I'm glad you that route, Carneal.
Because I'm not gonna say he's gonna be top 5, but Jalen Hurts could potentially sneak in there, especially with the team that they putting together and the type of year he has to have if he wants to prove that he's worth it to the Eagles. He gonna have to at least almost have like a Lamar Jackson year, pretty much.
In that case, Russ gonna sneak in there too.
But that's the point. Everybody's expecting Russell Wilson to be a top 5 MVP candidate this year, though.
That's what I just said. If that's the case, Russ gonna sneak in there too. If you giving it to Jalen Hurts,
I didn't say I was giving it to him. I said Jalen Hurts will be top 10 in MVP votes.
Who cares? You ain't top 5. It don't matter.
Who your pick then?
Josh Allen.
You already know it is. Everybody loves Josh Allen.
I got Josh
Allen. I want
Allen
him to say something different, man.
I got Josh Allen winning MVP this year. Who you got, Mike? Who you got winning MVP this year?
Who won last year?
I knew he was finna say it. This is why he want to ask this man. I'm finna kick him off the chat. I'm finna kick him off. Kick him off the zone right now. We don't even want to hear that nonsense.
Mike. That's not a bad pick.
Hey, no, for real. Who won last year?
Aaron Rodgers.
Man.
So you telling me Aaron Rodgers taking home a 3rd MVP in a row? Get the
Nah, I don't know. I probably would have said that, but he got a new team though.
It's legitimately set up for him to win another MVP. And
no, it's not. No, it's not.
It is because he got to make something out of nothing with their team.
Exactly. And let's say he throw for, I don't know, maybe 36, 37 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. I don't think he'll get considered for MVP.
Yeah. Every year. Every year.
You know what? The reason I don't think he would is because the NFL loves storylines. But they don't necessarily. But the NFL don't necessarily like Aaron Rodgers though, and that's kind of been proven.
I ain't gonna cap though. I think we got to worry about somebody else on the MVP tour this year.
I already know what you gonna say.
I hate to fucking say it, but yeah, I think he on the revenge tour for sure.
Who?
Joey B?
Nah.
That's my pick. That's who I got.
He's talking about
Joey B. Why not?
Joey talking about Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. That is who he's talking about.
Is that guy still around?
Yeah.
Is he still playing?
But the thing about that is
he's not himself right now. He's not himself right now.
The thing about
nah,
he's fine. He's fine. Don't cap. Don't pull a Max Kellerman. Like, don't start capping out here. Don't start capping. But
he's not himself right now.
I will say this though. I think he might have the same problem Aaron Rodgers is gonna have in terms of what he got to do and stuff.
Because the line is definitely some BS. You feel me?
But you see all his receivers he got though.
It's really
he still ain't got Chris Godwin yet. He gonna have to wait.
But he still got. He just picked up Gage. He go make Julio look like Julio again.
We gotta see what Gage is, and we gotta see what Julio is for real.
Tom Brady is the man of bringing back.
I think that offensive line is gonna be all right though.
About 5 games, Julio gonna be
All
going
right,
crazy.
you go see Julio get
definitely
a
gonna have at
300-yard
least
game
5
again.
games where he go crazy. But
Yeah,
I
you
just
know
he only gonna have them
Julio
5
have like
games,
that.
but you really notice what he do.
Yeah, he
I
gonna have,
think
especially with Tom. With
I
Tom,
think that Buccaneer. I think that Buccaneers offensive line is going to be just fine because Tom knows how to work with young O linemen, but I just think these are also O linemen that have been part of the team. They might not have been starters, but
first of all,
but
Thomas Edward
but this
Brady
O
brought
line
him
was
all the
definitely
car.
part of the team last year.
But you know, Tom Brady go buy the whole offensive line cars. He buy him steaks. He buy him rings. He buy him watches. He buy him, you know, he gonna make sure he good. He gonna make sure he good. He treat his linemen the best. So
Tom Brady got the weapons to succeed.
He definitely does. He definitely does. And that defense is supposed to be healthy. They getting their full secondary back. That front seven is still nasty. They still gonna be a problem on both sides of the ball, regardless. Everybody knows Tampa Bay is my favorite to come out the NFC. So
It's always scary when you got an offense and defense.
It's my turn yet, man, because y'all been wrong about everything.
I was trying to let Mike finish his point.
Yeah, but that's what I said. I think he got a strong case though to make that. I honestly, I think my top 3 candidates would be, you know what I'm saying, him, Rodgers, and Josh Allen, with a sneaky 4 being Justin Herbert, because I think they're gonna have a really good year, and he's been balling since he got here. So, I mean, he gonna have an MVP type year one of these years. It might be this year.
Okay. And Phil, let me go ahead and get your thoughts. Who is winning MVP this year, Phil?
Like I told y'all earlier, it's kind of, what you were saying earlier, Carneal. It's Lamar Jackson.
I wanted to say that so bad.
Lamar Jackson is going to win MVP this year.
I wanted to say
he's healthy, and we saw what happened last time he was healthy. He won MVP. B, he's motivated. He is about to bet on himself and get paid just like another Ravens quarterback did. And C, it's Lamar Jackson. Like, need I say more? This is Michael Vick 2.0. He gonna put on the show through the air and on the ground. The Ravens gonna be in contention this year. I want to go as far as say they're gonna win the division. I will go as far as to say that the Ravens gonna win the division this year, and that's gonna be all on the back of one Lamar Jackson. I think he's gonna be MVP. If I had a dark horse candidate for MVP, it would definitely be Justin Herbert. And the reason why I say he's a dark horse is because it's a lot of good candidates up top, and the Chargers don't get a lot of shots they should, but I think that's going to change this year. Because I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I think Justin Herbert is the best quarterback in that division. I think he's better than Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I think
that's a little charge. That's a little Chargers bias for y'all. Y'all know he Chargers. So y'all
you could call it bias, but that's how I feel. I think we have the best quarterback in that division.
You know what I'm saying? We might as well say Justin Fields the best quarterback in our division.
If you haven't seen it yet, you gonna see it this year. But Lamar Jackson is my MVP pick.
Okay. And last but not least, we got
I wanted to give it to
Marcus. Who you got taking home most valuable player this year?
Why not go for Joey Mafia? He took the boys to the Super Bowl. How do you
don't
not?
even know if he gonna play week 1?
Nah, Joe Burrow
came back week 10. He got to blow the top off the roof.
Nah, Joe Burrow's playing week 1.
Joey Mafia for president.
Hey, that ain't a bad pick because I feel like he gonna go on a revenge tour because he.
And I got a little twist in there. It's either gonna be Joey Mafia. Yeah, I go with Carneal with Josh Allen. But why not a receiver this year? Let's go with Cooper 2 Girls 1 Cup.
Marcus, I wanted to go with Cooper Kupp. You know I did.
Mr. Triple Crown.
I couldn't go with Cooper
I went
Kupp.
running back. I
couldn't go with Cooper Kupp because one is
receivers
hard.
really don't get it.
It's hard to recreate. It's hard to recreate the season like what he had last year.
And Matt Stafford gonna be out with an elbow injury.
And no, he not. He gonna play. And two, not only is it hard to recreate that, but if he ain't get it last year with what he did last year,
he ain't gonna get it. He had to do something way beyond Triple Crown.
You feel me? Like he gotta
throw some touchdowns too.
That's low key kind of why I picked Derrick Henry, because what he was doing last year, and then he got hurt. So I just think he's just gonna be he gonna be a mutant.
Yeah, I like Henry.
Yeah,
too.
but you wild for that, Chris, though, because since he got hurt, they're not gonna use him quite the same. They still gonna use him the same, but they're gonna try not to rely on him as heavy because they don't want him getting hurt again.
And Phil, best believe I really wanted to say Jackson, my man's.
I swear
I really wanted to say him. But I'm just looking at how everything is shaped up with Joey Mafia and how he took them to the Super Bowl and how the teams he beat to get to the Super Bowl. That's why
you really think Joey can recreate that year, though?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Come on now. It's the same thing with Cooper Kupp. That's hard to recreate.
What's stopping him? He got the same weapons.
The reason why I say that, Mark, is because now they got tape on them boys.
Exactly. And they still don't got no
been that dude though. He been a winner. So
I'm not saying Joey not that dude because
they still don't got a line to protect them.
So that's like saying, they got tape on the
Rams. They definitely got some line.
You can have tape all day. You got to go out there and play.
You know, I'm glad you said that, Marcus, because if I had to pick somebody that's not a quarterback for MVP, it would definitely be Aaron Donald. And that's why he one of them guys, it don't matter how much tape you put on him. Mm-hmm. He going to still be there.
He would have to have like a
and
JJ
I feel like if Aaron
type season for him to do that. You remember that
year
You remember that year when JJ Watt was catching touchdowns and doing all of that shit when he was wilding? They had that man playing defensive end and tight end. They had him catching touchdowns, sacking the quarterback. Like that was the last time we seen somebody on defense take home MVP.
Hey, because JJ was special, man. When he was healthy, JJ was special, bro.
I miss JJ.
Aaron Donald is that kind of special. That's why I'm like, if it's any non-quarterback player, it should be him.
Yeah, I agree.
I ain't gonna disagree. I ain't gonna disagree with nobody.
Actually, everybody's picks were great. I have to admit, everybody's picks were great.
Except for that Josh Allen pick.
What's wrong with Josh Allen pick?
I'm about to say that man Josh Allen.
That's a cupcake pick.
Like 45.
Hey, he was 13 seconds away from greatness.
Pick, and that Tom Brady pick is a cupcake pick too.
They took the safe route.
They took the easy way out.
They took the safe route. I feel no safe route picks.
Yeah, it's funny that he say that, but let us be talking about basketball. And the first MVP he gonna say is LeBron.
LeBron James.
Actually wasn't gonna say that.
Talking about a safe route.
Matter of fact, when we get to that show, y'all see.
Talking about a safe route pick. That's the first thing he gonna say. Everything LeBron.
Okay.
LeBron should be MVP every year. he one of them guys.
Okay. And so
but he wouldn't be wrong.
I ain't even have to say it. That's the crazy part. I ain't even have to say it.
But we wrong for saying Tom Brady and Josh Allen. Amazing.
Not at all.
Amazing.
But
like I said, when we get to that, you'll see.
We're gonna go ahead and get to our Super Bowl picks because I think we should make a preseason pick and a mid-season pick based off of what is going on. So currently, based off of right now, what we know about teams going from last year into this year, who do you all got making the Super Bowl from week 1? Let's go ahead and start with you, Mike.
See, man, I'm not prepared for this because I would have had a different outfit prepared for tonight. You know what I'm saying? I got outfits. You know what I'm saying? You already know. You already
They
know we
not
going
repeating.
back to back. You feel me? We going back to back. You feel me? Hey, we going back to back. What Phil say about that, man? If it's one quarterback, or if it's one person not a quarterback, who should get it? Who should get it? What team he play for? Back to back, boy. Stop playing. As of right now, boy, who's stopping them? Come on now.
Okay.
The
So
Who they
you got,
playing though?
so you got the Rams going. You got the Rams making it from the NFC. Who you got making it from the AFC?
Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. I got Patrick Mahomes going back. He finna, man, what? He getting back to it. Y'all been disrespecting that man, bro. And y'all think cause Tyreek Hill gone, they ain't finna show out. They right back at it. Stop playing with them, bro. They gonna lose though, but they right back at it.
Oh, they gonna lose though.
Oh man, the nerves of this guy.
Okay, and Marcus, who you got going to the Super Bowl?
Eagles. No, I'm just playing. Well, I mean, in my heart, I want them to go.
You said that was the
He
number
ain't
one
lying.
seed.
He ain't lying.
You said that was the number one seed.
Fly, Eagles, fly, baby.
He ain't lying. He really got the Eagles going to the Super Bowl this year.
He
Actually,
do. Don't switch it. Ain't no actually.
I got Buffalo.
That's AFC.
I know AFC, but I got Buffalo winning. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, against the Eagles, I feel you.
Yeah, they go play my Eagles, and unfortunately, Josh Allen go light the scoreboards up, and there goes Buffalo's win, only win in history.
I feel like the world just want that to happen too much. Like everybody in the world been predicting this Josh Allen Buffalo Bills Super Bowl since last season ended.
Because
so close.
So y'all
so close.
Y'all gonna be highly upset if they don't win. But y'all gonna be
they are running back away from greatness.
Y'all gonna be highly upset, and they gonna be Patrick Mahomes, bro. Y'all gonna be highly upset.
In Josh Allen's defense, he had them boys up on the Chiefs until that defense with 13 seconds left on the clock.
Boy, stop playing with that man.
Couldn't get a stop. How do you have
that was the best defense in the league.
How do you have
that's
13
just a bad
seconds
man
left on the clock and can't get a stop to give your team the win?
Let me see you stop Patrick Mahomes.
That's a bad man, dog.
Let me tell y'all this.
You got to give him that. He is a bad man. You got.
Let me see you stop Patrick Mahomes for 13 seconds.
Buffalo has always had bad luck when it comes to Super Bowls. There was a quarterback they had named Jim Kelly who went to 4 of them straight. Back to back to back.
And lost.
And lost all 4 of them. All 4 of them lost.
And let me tell you,
back to back and lost.
And so because you said that, y'all probably gonna laugh at this Super Bowl pick, because y'all know exactly what I'm about to say. I got Tom Brady and Josh Allen in the Super Bowl, and it's gonna be the Buccaneers that take the W.
So boring.
Tom Brady gonna get number 8, and we gonna leave it at that.
Why y'all want to go out like Peyton Manning so bad though? Like,
hey, no, Phil, I can kind of see that the way the NFL league be working, because then they're gonna have Tom Brady beating Mahomes and Josh Allen, the 2 next quarterbacks in the NFL, and it's like I can just see that. I can
basically
just
saying Tom Brady.
I can see that.
I can see that happening. And then they're gonna say he didn't beat both of them, and now he finna
to
go
solidify
out
his name in the
blaze
as
of
the greatest
glory,
ever.
and this, that, and the third, and now they can have their time because he leaving, and yeah, I can see all that happening. I don't want it to,
bro. If Tom Brady win another Super Bowl, I'm gonna puke the whole night.
I'm almost with you, Phil, but the fucked up part about
it's literally gonna make me sick.
Hey, is this how people felt when Michael Jordan was winning?
Yes,
yes,
it is.
That's exactly.
We were more happy for Mike to win, but
that's exactly how
I was a child back then, so I don't have that many memories. I was like 2, 3, 4, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
No, you
But what's
just wasn't a
crazy is
fan
that Tampa
because
Bay
we was
team
born the
is
same
scary.
year, my guy, and I definitely got good memories of them last 2 chips at the very least.
Yeah, see, we didn't have like camcorders and stuff back then. We were kind of poor. You know, you were kind of rich, so you're able to record those memories.
The man said recorded.
Hey.
He said they recorded. They not recorded.
They had Walkmans and everything.
They ain't recorded by me.
Oh man, he had the CD player that never skipped.
Man, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It was like that.
Oh man. But yeah, Buffalo Bills versus my Eagles, and unfortunately, my Eagles fall short by 2 touchdowns.
And Carneal said that guy. Carneal said that game.
Yup. I got the Buccaneers and the Bills in the bowl this year.
We know Chris got the Bears, so Phil, who you got?
Yeah, that's one of my teams, but ain't the only team. Honestly,
he got the Bears winning it all.
I got the
no matter
Bengals.
what.
That's fun.
I actually
Die
got
hard.
the Bengals, and I got the Bengals in that got Carneal talking about, because it's like with the team they put together around him, it's like it's fucking Tom Brady. I learned my lesson. I hate him, but you sometimes it's fucking Tom Brady. But I think Joey Burrow, like for some reason, I think that team, they gonna have tape on them. Jamar still gonna do his thing. Tyler Boyd still gonna do his thing. Mixon still gonna do his thing. It's like
Can't forget about T. Higgins. That boy was. Can't forget about T. Higgins. What that boy did to Jalen
So I
Ramsey.
gotta
I
ask
think
y'all.
Joey Burrow.
I gotta ask y'all. Why is everybody so confident in the Bengals going back to the Super Bowl, but not the Rams? I don't get that.
Look how
understand.
well they play under the circumstances. First of all, the Rams was expected kind of to be there. They always expected to be the one of the top. Nobody expected the Bengals to be where they were.
And you expect them to go back?
Why not?
But you don't expect the Rams to.
Oh, okay. Here's a.
I mean, with the Rams defense,
Tom Brady with the weapons he got.
Here's a big
Never
reason
bet
why.
against
Brady
Tom.
last
I just
year.
said I confirmed it. You never bet against Tom.
Here's
You
a
bet
big
against
reason
Tom.
why there's a lot of people who don't necessarily have the Rams going back. And it's because now they are like
It's not a lot of people. It's only y'all haters. Real people in the sports world got the Rams going back at this
Did you
point.
just say our haters?
Yes, he did, bro.
Oh wow.
Get his ass filled.
I'm so glad you seen the light, Mike. That's why you my boy, man. I'm so glad you seen the light.
We've been told y'all he was a fake Bears fan, man. Everybody know that. We've been told y'all he was a fake. We've been told y'all he was a fake Bears fan.
I'm sorry. Matthew Stafford ain't gonna be terrific Tom. You don't bet against Tom.
He
Brady.
just did.
I learned the hard way.
He gonna do it twice in a row. He gonna do it back to back.
And all y'all
he still got 99,
him,
don't he?
all y'all disrespecting him need to have them jerseys on from saying that last season.
He not
and
gonna
make y'all get another.
If it come down to it, he not beating terrific Tom. If it come down to it,
y'all said that last year.
99. When he owned the team, Tom Brady's pretty beatable.
I'm sorry.
Okay, but the reason why some people don't got the Rams going back is because how many teams have really went to back-to-back Super Bowls like?
But you call it Cincinnati.
How about the Cowboys?
I didn't say Cincinnati was going. Chris said Cincinnati was going. I said the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills. I got Cincinnati losing to the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs. I don't got Cincinnati going back to the bowl. Not this year. Joe Burrow gonna get to another Super Bowl, no doubt about it. It's not gonna be this year.
Even Marcus wants Cincinnati to go back. He just saying Josh Allen because it's the favorite. Deep down, he knows.
No, I'm saying Josh Allen because
deep down he know he's.
I guarantee you, if everybody wasn't so up on the Bills, he would not have picked the Bills.
The only thing
you tripping.
I want to pick
my boy Patrick Mahomes boy. But
the only thing The only
It's
thing
set up
that
for Buffalo to win.
the only
They
thing
got the
that the
number one
Bills
defense
are
back to
missing,
back.
the
And look
only
at their
thing that the
offense.
Bills are missing
They
on that
one running back
offense,
away from a goddamn Super Bowl.
that's
If they actually get a
exactly
running
all the
back, it's
Bills miss.
over.
If the Bills
They've
can get a
always
solid
had running
running
backs.
back
They
this
don't run
year,
the ball. They
Because
stopped
they
running
running
the
backs is
ball.
No,
garbage.
they run the ball. They just run the ball with their quarterback.
Facts.
Fucking
Josh
trash.
Allen
Because they
is the
running backs
running
is
back.
trash.
because they running backs ain't all that good.
Singletary ain't no scrub.
That's
That
what I'm
boy
saying. He's pretty good.
garbage.
Zach Moss was pretty good in all
That's
honesty.
what I'm saying. They
Them
got
boys
backs,
are
bro.
them boys are
They got
backups at
Them
best.
boys is I at best. I'll probably take Kenyon Drake over one of them two.
They better than all the Eagles running
I
backs.
ain't gonna lie, I would too.
They definitely not better than Miles Sanders. Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
Miles Sanders pretty good though.
Miles
He
Sanders. Miles
alright.
He's
Sanders.
He
saying
feels
that to get under my
small.
skin. That's what's
He
going
alright.
on. I ain't
Miles
about to pay
Sanders
that
that
no
dude.
attention though.
He
You ain't
alright.
about to get under my skin tonight. No, not tonight.
Ain't
But
nobody trying to get under your skin, bro. The Eagles running backs is trash. Miles Sanders
Boy,
is alright at best.
man, I'm about to mute
This
you.
come from the same person who said Baker Mayfield is above average. But anyway,
Right,
At best. I said
right.
slightly above average.
He's an 8 on a 10 scale.
but anyway, the persons whose Super Bowl picks we haven't gotten to is yet are Phil. Phil, who do you got going to the Super Bowl?
The
Chargers.
Chargers.
The
yeah,
Chargers.
damn skip. It's gonna be an all LA Super Bowl. Chargers and Rams.
Oh
Yeah.
hell no! Oh hell no!
And I got the Chargers winning.
Oh
Yeah.
hell no! That's even worse than saying Tampa Bay is going to the bowl
No,
versus
no,
the
no.
Bills.
I'm capping on the winner.
And that
If
would be
it's a,
dope
if
if
it's a,
Khalil Mack. That would be dope if Khalil Mack beat out Aaron Donald though in the Super Bowl. I'd be lit.
that I in my heart that's what I want to happen. But I think I'm still picking both of them
I'd
to go
be
to the
lit.
Super Bowl. But I think the Rams may mess if they can get to the Super Bowl again, going against that Chargers team. It's hard for me to go against AD, man. I'm sorry. Like he is a difference maker, and I feel like when they count the most, he gonna
That
make a
Super
difference.
Bowl hangover is gonna get to him. Watch. That Super Bowl hangover gonna get to him.
Not Donald.
Right, not him. Maybe somebody else.
And
You better off saying that
he
about Stafford.
different, man. I'm trying to tell you, he different, dog.
If he don't get to the players, it's for sure gonna get to Sean McVay.
Aaron Donald only came back because they projected to go back to the Super Bowl. He wasn't even gonna come back.
Exactly. He was definitely going to retire.
Only reason he came back because he like, yeah, we can win again. Let's go ahead and knock this out.
And they gave him that cheddar too. You know what I'm saying?
That was a given. He was gonna get that anyway.
He earned that. I'm sorry. He earned that.
Long as he came back and played, he was gonna get that. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
So you don't think Von Miller adding more pressure?
That's my whole point. Von Miller with that Buffalo Bills defense, they actually got somebody who can get to the quarterback and they not just dropping back in coverage that.
Here's my thing about that, Carneal. That's the beauty of having Patrick Mahomes because he gonna take the Bills out for us.
Facts.
And then we gonna take them out.
But it's two things that I don't see happening. I don't see that man having 3 Super Bowls, especially with one of them being a Super Bowl MVP. I don't see him having 3. And I damn sure don't see him having back-to-back Super Bowls on 2 different teams. This nigga ain't Tom Brady out here, bro. Y'all think this nigga finna come out here and just win back-to-back Super Bowls on 2 different teams, being defensive
might.
for 2 different teams?
Hey,
bro?
he might.
That's
Von
some
nice
unreal.
though.
When you got
nice
receivers
though.
like Stephon Diggs and Gabriel Davis and Dawson Knox is your tight end, and you still got a secondary with a linebacker core that's very solid, it's very possible that Von Miller could mess around and get his 3rd Super Bowl. He gonna be out here like Dwight. Who was his teammate? The one that left Indianapolis. Wasn't that Dwight Freeney?
Yeah, that was the white.
So it's like it could be very well possible that he goes to the Buffalo Bills. I mean, let's not act like Jay Ajayi did. I'm sorry, not Jay Ajayi. let's not act like LeGarrette Blount didn't do it with the with the Patriots, and he didn't do it with the Eagles. That man won a Super Bowl as the Patriots running back, and then went to the Eagles and won back-to-back Super Bowls.
He wasn't their lead back.
That's what I'm saying. He was one of their backs. He was part of a committee.
LeGarrette Blount got most of the carries in that Super Bowl game, both them Super Bowls.
He get most of the carries in the bowl. That was his Super Bowl.
LeGarrette Blount was leading the bowl charge for both them teams.
Yeah,
I don't know about that one.
He got a point there. He was the lead back because
And regardless, that's
I
still
recall
not
a Philadelphia Eagles team that was loaded from the jump.
That's still not the defensive side of the ball. The defensive side of the ball is different.
That's what I'm saying. And both of them teams you talking about had crazy defenses.
And so do the Bills. The Bills got a crazy offense with a crazy defense.
Exactly.
Y'all been saying
they had the number one defense last year, and we saw what happened.
It was 13 seconds. I mean,
that's all it takes. That's how good he is.
and they didn't have, but they didn't have a pass. They didn't have a pass rusher like Von Miller though.
Point taken.
They didn't have one of those. Von Miller's one of those dudes like Aaron Donald. When it's on the line.
Wait, hold on. And not just that. Patrick Mahomes doesn't have somebody on that roster no more that's gonna outrun 6 people at one time.
Well, they still got some. Well,
it's okay.
No,
they got a couple guys who can outrun 2 each.
I mean, look, if Hartman gets back together,
I'm sorry, man. I'm not big on McCole Hart. Oh, McCole Hartman. I'm sorry. I was thinking about Marquez Valdez-Scantling. My fault. McCole Hartman is definitely that dude. I need him to be healthy.
McCole
Hartman is why y'all tripping? The Bills gonna mess around and lose to Juju Smith-Schuster and be upset.
Oh my goodness! Don't let that happen.
Gonna be disappointed.
He gonna be back
Juju's gonna have a breakout year this year. Juju about to be Juju again.
Be hurt. He gonna be Juju.
What was Juju though? Like what
Juju about to Juju on that beat.
What was really Juju like?
He was.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Juju Smith-Schuster was just the secondary option for when Antonio Brown was going crazy and they had to double him. The minute Juju, much as I wanted Juju to be that dude, the minute he was number one, he was struggling. He was struggling.
Mess around, beat the Bills though.
He was struggling to create separation. He was struggling to just beat dudes down the field.
But it's cool though, because like Juju doesn't have to be the number one on that team. They got a number one. His name is Travis Kelce.
Yep. Because they ain't gonna run the ball.
Yes, they is.
They gonna run the ball, man.
That was
hilarious. Never run the ball.
Y'all know that offense. They got like 5 run plays. They got like 5 run plays. They got like 5 runs.
That man Clyde Edwards-Helaire is he's not even better than Miles Sanders.
I'm not saying that they backs ain't right. We all know how that Chiefs offense works.
When the Chiefs supposed to run the ball, what they do? They pass the ball on the goal line. Who does that?
Yeah, they do.
Seattle Seahawks.
Marshawn Lynch. It's a plethora of running backs I would take before I take Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Fair point. Yeah. Plethora, I don't know, but it's definitely
a plethora of running backs.
It's at least a couple handfuls.
At the same time, we know that Chiefs offense is not on no running the ball. They got like 6 run plays, like I said. We already
they run the ball enough to keep you
all
on
kind of pass. Or you gonna get flip passes out the back.
They should have
like one of them toss passes to a running back or something like that.
They should have never let Kareem Hunt go.
Yeah, that was their biggest mistake. That was the biggest. They should have tried to get him back.
Kareem Hunt let himself go.
But this has been our time for today. Thank y'all again for tuning in to another episode of Can I Get Some Sports With That? I am your host, Neil. You know the host with the most. We will be back to y'all very, very soon with another episode of Can I Get Some Sports With That? Don't forget to check us out on Facebook. Can I Get Some Sports With That? Check us out on Twitter at Can I Get Some Sports With That? And also make sure to give a subscribe and hit that like button on YouTube. We will be back again with another episode of Can I Get Some Sports With That? Peace out, people.